Hey, Jen.
Hi, Jillian.
We are talking about book tropes.
Okay.
If you were to explain to me what a book trope is, what would you say it is?
Okay. Well, I think I would have a hard time at first distinguishing between a genre and a book trope. Okay. So a genre would be like westerns, mysteries, historical fiction, but if you get more specific, it's a book trope. Like within historical fiction, time travel would be a trope, or like an underdog story would be a trope, or the anti-villain with shades of gray, I think would be a literary trope.
Hey, Marty.
Hey, Jillian.
If you were to tell me your favorite trope, what would it be?
I would say it's where a main character gets help from the least likely source in the book.
Okay. So kind of like surprise allies?
Yes.
Cool. That's awesome. And why do you like that?
I love mysteries, and I like when there's a twist in the story when the main character ends up solving the mystery but getting help from a source that you didn't see coming. They befriend a character that you don't expect them to connect with because they're so different, but they end up joining forces to sort of solve the mystery at the end. I like those kind of books.
So kind of like the underdog?
Yes.
That's awesome. Thank you so much. Hey, Chris.
Hi.
So, if you were to explain to me what a book trope is, what would you explain to me?
I would probably have to explain to you that I had no idea what it is.
No idea at all?
No, not till somebody explains it to me.
Okay, so if you were to tell me what your favorite book trope is, what would it be?
It would probably be an unexpected twist at the end of the book.
Ooh, that's the best.
Because I like to read mysteries and I like to think that I have them figured out, and then if it twists at the end, I really like that.
Yeah, I like that too. Is there any books you can think of that have a twist at the end?
I just recently started reading the Myron Bolitar series.
Ooh.
And the second book, and I can't remember the name of it, had a really unexpected twist at the end. And I read some Jane Ann Krentz, and she has some twists at the end of her books also.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Hey, Randy, can I ask you a question?
Sure thing.
If you were to define trope, what would you say?
A repeating theme in a story.
Ooh. And what is your favorite trope?
Let's see, unlikable characters.
Ooh, that's interesting. And why?
I think I like it because I don't have any drama in my own life, so I kind of enjoy reading about it in others.
Ooh, so you're just like a little drama queen, huh?
I guess.
That's awesome. Thank you.
Uh-huh.
Hey, Cindy, can I ask you a question?
Sure.
If you were to define trope for me, what would you say?
Yeah, well, I didn't know what that was, and I was told, but I don't remember now. So, I don't have a definition.
Okay. But based on what you think you know, what would be your favorite trope?
Would be an unreliable narrator.
Ooh, and why?
Because you don't know whether they are telling the truth or not. Like where they're leading you in the story.
So you like to stay in suspense?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's
and
awesome.
Usually there's a twist.
Ooh, that's even better. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Hey, Lisa.
Hi, Jillian. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm just fine.
So we are talking about tropes. And if you were to explain to me what a trope is, what would you say?
I would say that a trope would be an overused theme or a cliche.
Okay, and what's your favorite trope?
My favorite trope is the chosen one. Like in the Harry Potter books, Harry always seems to be the chosen one. And of course, the Hunger Games, Katniss. I think that's a symbol. There we go.
And why is that your favorite?
Well, if I were to be in a book, okay, or a movie, I would be the chosen one.
Oh, yeah. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Hey, Becky, can I ask you a question?
Yes, Jillian, sure.
So, if I were to ask you what your definition of a trope is, what would you say?
A general theme, like what my story plot's going for.
Okay, and what is your trope that is your favorite?
I really like inspirational miracles.
Ooh, why? Why is that?
It just leaves me feeling, wow.
Oh, yeah. So you would be completely fine if the miracle was never explained?
Mostly, yeah.
Hey, Annie.
Hey, Jillian, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good.
So we are talking about tropes, and I was wondering if you were to define a trope to me, what would you say?
That's interesting that you would ask me that. I just happen to have it here on a Post-it. A trope is a plot, theme, device, or character used so often that it's a convention within a genre.
Wow, that was really convenient.
Thank you.
So, based on that, what is your favorite?
You know what? I'd have to say, like, my favorite genre is cheesy romance. Since we've all been in quarantine and since COVID has been around with the pandemic, I can't focus and read for as long of periods as I would like.
I get that.
And I can't concentrate on things that are heavy. Like, I can't concentrate on heavy material. So for me, cheesy romance is where it's been since like March of 2020. It's just been that long.
Hey Linda, can I ask you a question?
Sure.
If you were to explain your definition of a trope, what would you tell me?
I don't know that I could give you an actual definition, but I do know what my trope is.
What is your trope?
My trope is family sagas.
Ooh, that's interesting.
It's and I think of two that I've read, and it's not so much a family saga of one book, but it's a series of books. And one of my authors that I really like to read is Karen Kingsbury, and she created a family called the Baxter family, and there are book after book after book after book after book. That's the life of the Baxter family.
Hey, Jillian.
Yes.
Can I ask you a question?
Sure.
Since you ask all of us.
Yes.
What is a trope?
A trope is kind of like a genre, but it's like a subject that you would go to in a book that is repeating.
Oh, so what's your favorite trope?
So my favorite trope is dysfunctional families. So anything that has family drama in it, that's what I like to read. Don't ask me why.
Okay, I won't.
Wait, David, what's your favorite book trope?
I'm just the finance guy.